disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. This is Life Coach Shaun Joya, the man from Pasig City from Life Coach Philippines. I am a son, a father, a husband, and a brother to many. And professionally, I am a BPO executive and a certified life and mental health coach. And as a life coach, I empower men to be mentally fit so that they can stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And in the workplace, I help leaders to create a mentally fit working environment. You are joining me today for Integrate here in our new digital space, Think Talk Broadcast. And Think Talk Broadcast is a flagship community project of the speakers of coaching Think Talk from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A coaching community. And our mission is to be able to closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. And what we envision is being the go-to network for content that connects the mind, heart, and soul through the platform of life coaching. This is us in the Philippines, advancing coaching as an art, a science, a lifestyle, a profession, and also a business. And one of our coaching thought for today, I'm going to leave you is coming from Dalai Lama. A simple smile, that's the start of opening your heart and being compassionate to others. So I'm going to ask you today to just share some smile in the digital space, share some smile with the people around you, share some smile while we're having a conversation, and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back, and today is the 9th of April. We're starting the second quarter of the year in 2020, the year 2022, and I am broadcasting beyond borders of Pasig City. We are here in Pasig City where Bico Soto is our mayor. So give a shout out to Mayor in there. Maraming salamat for all of the things that you're doing in there. And you are joining me for Integrate, and this program is created for men. I'm creating this for men, and the coaching conversation on topics that allows you to create an integrated work life. We're going to talk about integration today, integrating the work that we have right now, because sometimes, tend to focus on work life balance. I'm going to teach you something very, very new this time, and you're going to hear that to all of my guests. And the word integrate is to combine. We're talking about combination in there, one thing with another thing so that they can become a whole. And sometimes as a man, as a father of the house, we can experience the feeling of guilt in there because of the biggest hurdles that we are experiencing in our life. The work that we're doing, the things that we need to pursue to ensure that we're able to give a better life to our family. These are the hurdles that we have, and for most often than not, the work that we're doing eats most of our time. So you have that feeling of guilt in you. And if you heard the word, as I've said a while ago, work-life balance, this is what we constantly seek for to achieve that ideal state that we can make do with our work and make do with our life. But because of the high level of stresses that we have experienced in the environment that we're working in, the pressures that we have, this leads to a decline in an overall well-being. So I want to be able to help you out, take care of your well-being, and also listen to the stories of all of my guests in here. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful night for everyone who's joining me. If you have already ended your day, it's a Saturday evening, and you're just chilling in there. Grab some coffee in there. You can grab some drinks in there. It's okay. Have a conversation. You can utilize the comment section below, the chat box in there. Let's have an engagement. Let's have a conversation. Share your thoughts, share your ideas. If you have any questions as well for our guest, please feel free to send the message in there. That's totally fine. We'll have an engagement. And when we talk about work life integration, if you master that, it allows you to bring work and life closer together. There's no separation really in the work and the life that you have. There's just integration. And in work life integration means that you care less about your work time, you care less about your personal time, and what your focus instead is where the best time for you to do all of these things. So there's no boundaries in there. It's intertwined, integrated, and this show will allow you to integrate your work and your life, learning different mindsets from successful people so that you can take a look at the bigger picture, take a look at the bigger picture of the components of your life, because in work life there's no competition. In work life there is only integration. And my guest for tonight is from Parañaque City. He is also a son, a father, a husband, a lawyer, and a servant, and a partner at Goriseta, Africa, Cauton, and Saavedra law offices, and currently our life-changing president of Rotary Club of Parañaque East this Rotary year 2021 and 2022. And my guest is Attorney Kiko Africa. All right.
Hi, Coach. Good evening.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
Kiko. Ayan,
Thank
Attorney
you.
Kiko. Ayan, maraming salamat for joining, Kiko. Thank you very much
Yes,
for allowing
Coach.
us and gracing the digital space, and gracing the people who's joining us. I'm super excited. For me specifically, ako na yung na-excite yung host, no? And I want to be able to really have that intimate conversation with you and sharing those things, the men that don't share a lot with other people. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity, to introduce yourself. But I'm gonna challenge you, Kiko, today. I'm going to challenge you with an introduction. I would like for you to introduce yourself the way that you have not introduced yourself to people.
Ah, very challenging. I did not expect that. Uh, you know that I'm very, very private. No, I'm not the type who would want to toot my horns. So I think you summarized it well. I am Kiko Africa. I am a very, very happy husband to my wife, Michelle, a father, proud father to Amara, Paco, and Aliana, a good friend to many, my colleagues, my fellow Rotarians, which includes Coach Shaun. Um, and I am also a lawyer, trying my best to help other people have a more less worry, less worrisome life. That's
Mm.
it.
Yung less
Mahiyain ako,
worry,
coach.
kailangan natin yan, no,
Okay.
Kiko, no? Yung mga less worry na yan. Kasi a lot of
Yes.
time, and even for us men, no, I've been thinking about that the worries and the challenges that we experience in our life, it's very challenging because you need to take care of your family, you need to take care of your people, you need to take care of a handful of people, and especially for you, since lawyer ka, yung mga clients as well. Kiko, if you're able to give a picture of what or of who Kiko Africa is growing up, ano yung picture na yon? What is the picture like for Kiko Africa?
Well, I had a very happy childhood. No, my very fortunate to have a very supportive mom, very supportive father. They were always there for us, uh, helping us do well in school. But my dad was medyo stricto ang papa, no, strict in a very good sense. So I had to make sure that everything that I do, I was always on my toes. um, so yeah, overall I had a very, very happy, satisfying childhood with my three sisters. Me being the eldest, it was also a challenge to step up and take care of three younger sisters.
Yun yung history, no. Kiko, one of the things that you shared to me when I asked you to give me some of the background, na i-share mo about one of the things that you like doing, and one of is cooking. Yan. Anong ibig what is it in cooking specifically that you like and love?
Me, I find it very relaxing. Uh, My wife also cooks. She might be watching. No, she does cook. She cooks very well. It's just that for her, it may be too stressful. Sa akin, it's the opposite. I find it very relaxing knowing that my kids will enjoy the food, my wife will enjoy the food. So yun lang, nare-relax ako. You don't have to think too much about anything. Luto ka lang knowing that somebody will enjoy it later on. I think I got that from my mom.
Mm. Al- I've heard this in one of the gender stereotypes, Kiko, for men is dapat hindi tayo nagluluto, di ba? Dapat ang nagluluto yung mga asawa lang natin. Dapat yung
Oo.
mga, yung mga babae lang sa bahay. And then that is something that not a lot of men would be able to accept, that they would just be working. Kumbaga lahat ng household chores dapat sa asawa
Oo.
yan, sa mga kasambahay and so on. What's your perspective in there,
No.
especially being someone who
Ah,
likes to cook?
ako, well, of course, sa akin walang gender stereotype as much as possible, no?
Yeah.
I grew up seeing my dad cooking, uh, cleaning the house, doing the groceries as well with my mom. So
Mm.
sa akin, it's not unusual. I even wash my clothes. Marunong rin ako magplancha. I think yung atmosphere naman ng family growing up, um, everyone had to step up.
Yeah.
Walang ano yan. Although you're right, no? At the back of my mind, I always have this impression that the dad was the breadwinner, but
Yeah.
my mom was also working, no? But this is the first time that I'll be saying this. My mom was working. She was providing. We're very much aware of that. But at the back of my mind, parang alam ko si Papa yung mabigat yung share.
Oo.
Oh, yun.
What was
Pero
your father doing before? During
my
the time na
dad,
nag-earn din si mama?
well, my dad is a lawyer by profession, but he worked for 35 years with the Bureau of Customs government.
Mm.
And then may business sila ng mama. We had a small cafe in Ermita, Manila, and a liquor store. My mom was practically running it on her own,
Mm.
to help augment expenses. Government employee lang ang papa eh. So, kailangan nila mag-tandem. Kaya alam ko, hindi unusual to see a woman working also.
Ano siya, no? During that time, parang common na. Even that at the start, no? I remember also, yun din naman yung earnings talaga when you're starting in the government, medyo mahina pa. That's something that
Oo.
kailangan i-cover. Kiko, you know, if you step back and reflect on your upbringing, when your mom's taking care of you, when your dad is working, what was one of the biggest life experiences or life stories that you can share with people na they could be able to connect that na alam mo yun, hindi naman lahat ng buhay ay maganda. There are some situations in which there are life challenges in there, but you're able to overcome. Ano yun? What's one thing that you can share to the audience, to the people who's
Yeah,
joining?
I clearly remember my dad always saying that, you know, um, life, like everything else, is a marathon.
Mm,
Um, Hindi naman siya pabilisan eh. So, it the way I saw it then when he was saying that life is a marathon is pacing.
yeah.
Pacing yan sa lahat. It's a long race. Um, Dahan-dahan, minsan mabilis, minsan mabagal. So that was how it was also with us as a family growing up. It wasn't always bed of roses for us. Um, just to share, growing up, naalala ko may time na, um, pag kumakain ka sa labas, pang birthday mo lang yan. O, di ba? Bili ka lang ng bagong sapatos kapag pasukan or pag birthday mo or pag
Yeah.
Christmas. So, na-experience namin eh. Me and my sisters grew up growing with our parents as a family. So, it
Yeah.
wasn't as if everything was there. So,
Mm,
hindi siya puro sarap. And we were part of the journey
yeah.
bago naman namin nakuha yung a much better life, at least financially, no? Spiritually, we've been always been a very prayerful family.
Yeah. Yun yung, I can relate with you. Alam mo yun, people would think that the successes that we've experienced today, minsan iisipin na, oh, parang mayayaman na to, may mga bahay na, may mga auto
Oo.
na, and so on. They would feel that that's something that you are born with. They feel that there's something that you're innate with. But in reality is, pinagpaguran yan, pinagpaguran,
Yes,
na pinaghirapan, at hindi
yes.
siya yung ano, and I would be able to relate with you with that na hindi naman bed of roses yan lahat eh.
Oo.
There were some struggles in there. What's the biggest struggle that you've experienced, Kiko? Like growing up, reflecting on it, taking a look at this in perspective. Ano yung biggest challenge and how are you able to overcome those challenges?
Biggest challenge. Ah, Hirap sagutin, no? Pero my parents were always worried, no? They transferred me to a quite expensive school when I kwento ko na, sige. When I was in grade school, Don Bosco Makati ako.
Mm.
Can I'll mention the school names, no?
Yeah, of course. Oh.
Don Bosco Makati ako. Very simple yung mga tao doon. Hindi naman lahat ng tao doon may kaya. So, masaya ako doon. Sobrang saya ko ron, no? I really enjoyed my, I think, 7, 8 years in Don Bosco, Makati. Unfortunately, hindi ako technically inclined. Maraming gumagawa ng mga projects doon. So, my mom said, kahit mahal, lipat kita ng Southridge. So, lipat ako ng Southridge. I was worried na lahat ng tao ron mayaman. Lahat ng tao ron mistiso. So, parang I was worried that I couldn't adjust, na
Yeah.
parang will they accept me na hindi naman kami galing sa mayaman na
Yeah.
family, and tanggapin ba nila ako na moreno ako, sila mistiso or mga
O
chinito
puputi.
o mapuputi. There were a lot of misconceptions, no?
Mm.
Which I'm glad they proved me wrong because I also spent 4 amazing years in Southridge na I did not
Yeah.
even have to worry na mas mayaman sila, kami hindi masyado. Isa lang ang kotse namin, sila tatlo. May
Yeah.
cable TV sila, kami wala. So it wasn't an issue. But to answer your question, the struggle was when I was there for my first few months. I always felt na they might not accept me.
Yeah. And
Hindi pala.
mm, I think yun yung ano no, really, and then for those of you who's watching, if you're able to connect, one of the biggest challenge that we have, and we try not to showcase that, is we come from some of us or most of us at least come from a space in which hindi maganda yung ano, hindi ka ganun kakulay ang storya, di ba, Kiko?
Mhm.
Na alam mo yon, nagsimula ka sa hirap, nagsimula ka sa hindi makandang situation, and you kind of have that reservation of the stories that you share, and for some they would want to keep all of those feelings and the emotions that they have,
Mhm.
and they want to keep that to themselves, but they know in their heart na, am I in really in this?
Oo,
Is this
oo.
something really me? Do I need to, kailangan ko bang magpanggap for me to be someone who's welcome, someone who
Yes.
is there? Or do I need to be someone who's me? Paano mo in-overcome yon, Kiko? Those kinds of feelings and those kinds of thoughts.
Well, it wasn't just me. It helped that the people around me uh, were very humble, very
Mm,
simple. Uh, Southridge may have been an expensive school, but they really lived a life, yung simple living.
yeah,
Pati yung sapatos namin doon, bawal na mahal. Well, at least during my time. They kept things very simple,
yeah,
very organized. And then the teachers were also like that. And my classmates, no, who became very good friends. Simple lang lahat eh. Walang yabang, walang ano. So they helped me. It wasn't just me.
yeah.
Like I told you earlier, at the start, I was worried. And then they proved me wrong. Iba
Mm.
pala, simple lang din pala yung mga tao doon.
Oh, hindi naman no. Yung thinking kasi minsan niisip natin we overthink.
We
Oh, we tend to
overthink.
overthink.
Oo.
Yeah.
Meron pa nga doon eh. Kasi, di ba, I told you, nagre-restaurant si mama. So, part of the restaurant business is catering. Yung,
Mm.
yung catering. So, nasa Southridge na ako noon, yung isang kotse namin, parang, alam mo yung crew cab, para siyang Fiera na malaki na ginagamit namin sa negosyo. There were times na parang feeling ko, yayaman ng mga kaklase ko, tapos kami tawag doon Carter van. I will never
Ah,
forget that, no? It's a big, na pang service talaga, pang harabas. So parang ako, ba't ganun sila, naka L300, kami naka ganito. So parang, it wasn't na parang I felt sad for myself or
yeah.
naiinis ba ako sa parents ko na hindi kami makabili ng gano'n. Pero worried ako na baka i-judge nila ako.
Yeah. Mm.
Yun.
Mm.
Hindi pala.
Hindi naman pala. Okay
Hindi
naman,
talaga.
no?
Wala. Mali
Wala
ako.
namang itong mga assumptions kasi na to, no, minsan nakakasira din ng
Yeah.
pag-iisip natin and
You
the way
worry
that
too
we
much
think.
about what other people will think or say na hindi dapat eh.
Exactly. And that is where a lot of challenges that we have and we see in the workplace as well, because they tend to compare with themselves with other people.
O ito, may
Na
story,
anong
may question si coach eh. Anong gusto
mm,
mong ikwento yun? Actually, I haven't told my kids about it. Yun,
ayan.
yun. Tapos minsan nahihiya ako. Uso nun, coach, yung mga Air Jordan. Eh, wala akong
Oo.
Air Jordan nun eh. Meron ako mga Nike lang na simple. So parang pag nagbo-basketball kami, nahihiya ako. Kasi,
Oo.
so that's something that I think I should share to my kids eventually.
Yeah. Which
Maybe
is
after this, kikwento ko sa kanila.
awesome. Oh, di ba? Which is a humbling experience. One of the things that I can remember, usapang sapatos ito. Kasi mahirap din kami noon eh. I remember, I'm not sure if you experienced that, Kiko, na yung tsinelas na pudpud na or naputol yung dulo tapos kailangan mo lagyan ng alambre.
Hindi ko naman yata na ano yan dahil bihira ako lumabas. Kaya hindi ako nakakasira ng tsinelas.
Bawal lumabas sa mga ganun situation. Kiko, if you could change one thing in your life, sharing to you these stories with the audience, what is it that you would want to change in your
So
life?
baka wala eh. Baka wala. The way I
Mm,
see it, lahat ng nangyari sa akin happened for a reason.
mm,
I was actually the reason why I transferred from Don Bosco to Southridge was I short of saying God, the school encouraged me to transfer.
ah,
That's a nice way of saying na hindi man ako na-kick out eh.
mm,
Na-involve ako sa high school fraternity, no? And I
ah,
was reprimanded in public and
ah,
I was suspended. It did not sit well with my dad.
mm,
And at the same time, as I was having a hard time nga dun sa technical aspect. Don Bosco kasi technical school yan. You make projects by hand.
ah.
Masyadong makinis yata yung mga kamay ko. So, uh,
Dumudulas.
yun, ano yun, nalipat ako. I felt down at that time.
Mm-mm.
Pero would I have changed it? Hindi eh. Otherwise, hindi ako lilipat ng eskwela eh. And
Yeah,
that's how I've seen things. Uh, things happen for a reason.
yeah.
So, lahat, lahat okay eh. You always have to
Mm,
see the bright side. Pero,
agree.
marami kong downs ha.
Mm,
Hindi ano. Siguro the question is hindi naman what things would I change but at that time na baka sana hindi nangyari pero ngayon okay na was yun unang-una yan. Um, dapat I felt bad when I had an issue in Don Bosco Makati. Um, two would probably be when instead of going straight to law school, no,
yeah.
I went to Singapore and worked for 2 years. So practically, I lost 2 years. It
Mm.
affected my relationship with Michelle. Long time girlfriend ko si Michelle eh. Hindi ko naman alam na inaantay niya na pala ako. So parang ako noon, iniisip ko lang, lahat ng ginagawa ko was for us. And I thought, naintindihan niya.
Yeah.
So that was another low point in my life na I went out of the country, I worked, and then I went to law school. Magkakasunod
Mm,
yan, thinking that I was doing it for her. Siya pala, hindi. So
mm.
medyo, yun. Pero, again, kung hindi nangyari yun, baka hindi ako naging abogado.
True, true. Maganda yung Kiko. Ano, we'll go to the... I'll share to you a picture. This is one of the picture that I grabbed. So, in-stock kita. Kita tayong picture dito.
Bihira ako mag-post sa Facebook. May, ayan, okay. Oo.
Ayan. Let's talk about this. Sabi mo kanina, di ba, you had that one low in your life. How did that affect the relationship during that time? And what is it that you've done for you to, overcome that?
Well, katakot-takot kasuyuan ako noon kay Michelle. I was really worried. I felt bad. Kasi nga, at the back of my mind, kaya lang naman ako nag-aaral. Kaya lang naman din ako nagpunta ng Singapore. Kaya lang ako nagtrabaho. Kasi iniisip ko kami na eh.
Yeah.
And magka-age
Hindi
kami
pa pala.
Michelle. Well, mag-girlfriend ko na siya noon. Pero siguro hindi ko nasabi sa kanya ever na yun yung nasa utak ko. I think that's the mistake there. I just assumed na alam niya. Ngayon pala siya, well, in hindsight, baka sabi ko, baka gusto niya na magpakasal kami ng mas maaga, or maybe as simple as ano ba talaga ang plano, di ba? Hindi naman kailangan pakasal eh. Parang siguro for her, what's the plan? And I never shared it with her, thinking lang na dapat alam mo na yan. Hindi pala. Again,
Hindi pala.
maling assumption.
Ito talagang assumption na to. No?
Oo. Yan, mali. And dapat nga sinabi ko sa kanya.
And with that experience that you have with Michelle, how is it now? Like you've learned that na, okay, dapat sinabi ko na before. How is the relationship, in the conversations that you have when you have a thought? Paano yung communication?
Well, syempre kami, we've been together now as husband and wife 16 years. As boyfriend and girlfriend, 13 years. So almost 30 years na kami magkasama. And even before that, magkakilala na kami. I think important is, yun na nga eh, you cannot just assume na naintindihan ka niya or alam niya yung gusto mo.
Yeah.
Di ba? Minsan, simple as, gutom ako. Hindi mo man lang tinanong kung gutom ako. Eh, hindi naman niya alam eh. Hindi ko naman sinabing gutom ako eh. Pero at the back of my mind, di ba dapat alam mong gutom ako?
So, tapos galit ka na, nagalit ka na, nagwala-wala ka na.
Tatampo ka na. Di ba? Na parang, di ba dapat alam mong gutom ako? Pero, paano niya malalaman? Hindi ko naman sinabing gutom ako. So, dapat sinabi ko na lang, gutom ako, prepare ka naman ng food or order ka naman ng food. Eh, di tapos yung issue.
Di na umaba yung conversation.
Di na umaba yung gulo.
Kaya for all of the men and women out there, men specifically, alam nyo po, hindi naman manghuhula yung mga asawa natin. No? And I think that goes the same for us, that we can't assume. So if you are starving, or if you want something, please verbalize it. Ito kasi yung mga ina-assume natin na dapat
hirap
alam
mag-verbalize for us eh.
Yes, it's true. And you know what's funny, and I've been researching this na one of the things kasi when we were growing up, Kiko, and for those who's watching, hindi kasi tayo tinuruan ng mga parents natin kung paano mag-seek, mag-express, because the requirement for us is for us to solve our own problems.
Oh yes.
Di ba? Solve your own problems, do not be emotional, don't cry, and all of these different things. Now, if you take a look at that and assess that, how is that kind of stereotyping? Kasi sabi mo, hindi ka naman niwala ng stereotype, but for men specifically, ibang conversation. So, how does that affect your relationship with her? Or even your relationship with your parents and other people?
Well, siguro, one thing that comes to my mind now is, lalaki hindi dapat umiiyak. Diba? So, yun, at first, nahirapan akong pakita yung emotional side ko kay Michelle kasi parang at the back of my mind, hindi dapat ako makitang umiyak ng asawa ko, ng anak ko.
Yeah.
Pero, it's good that they see me cry. Sometimes I do. I express my emotions. I laugh with them. So parang hindi naman din ako di ba nung pagkatatay, stricto, disciplinarian. Yeah. So medyo natanggal ko yun. Wala sa akin yung ganun. So I'm emotionally involved with my kids, my wife.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kiko. I'm gonna show you one picture, the next picture, and this is one thing that we would want you to really take a look at. But before you do that, we will take a little break. But we will take a little short break, and we will have a commercial, and we will talk some more about this picture and also Kiko Africa. We will be back.
Thank you.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag and drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag and drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
And we're back. If you have just joined us, as we join us right now, we're talking to Attorney Kiko Aprica from Parañaque City. And this is our second part of our premiere podcast brought to you by Decap Copy Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and Rise Up Creatives Worldwide, your provider of social commerce turnkey solution. If you are yet a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you're still missing out the perks that we are enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. We have been learning this and we've been supporting this passion project of Master Coach A. Connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning homes for mental fitness. Enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount from Decap Copy Republic and get a full access to the Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A happening every fourth Saturday of the month, plus the benefit from a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And the Be Learning Society is a passion project that Master Coach A has. It's a facility that we will build for those people who are in need of a halfway house. If you are someone who is looking for a space that you would want to heal, you would want to be able to express yourself, you want to be able to be a better person, this is the facility that we are building. And as you continue supporting us every single month, you are also learning mental models. And mental models are the concept, a framework of how we think, how we process things, how we see the world. And we're going to talk about on April 30th, Elon Musk Mental Model Mastery class. And you know Elon Musk, and it's going to be a powerful session to really gain a deeper understanding of how we're taking a look at our relationship, how we're taking a look at our investment with people, and how we're taking a look at our overall life right now. And that is something that you want to take advantage of. Save the date on April 30th at 7:30 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass. And for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. Now, if you are someone who is interested of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. What you see here is her Master Coach A. Life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace. And what's the beautiful thing about this is a CPD accredited unit with 40 CPD credit units. So if you are someone who's needing to fill your CPD units this year, this is something that you can take advantage. The CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And the program package comes with many other bonuses. Please connect with Coach Rosel 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. So we're back. We're gonna ask Kiko to come back into the screen, and we're gonna have the rapid fire question. Ito na, Kiko, ready ka na sa rapid fire questions? I'm gonna ask 7 questions. 7 questions. And you answer it. The first thing that comes to mind, just answer it.
Uy, baka magkamali ako, coach, ha?
Walang tama mali dito. Okay, 7 questions. Rapid fire question. You ready? Okay, for all of the
Go.
audience, or if you're ready, yan. Sabi nga nila, we are never ready. Okay, let's do this. Okay, first question. What is your favorite food?
Adobo.
What motivates you to work hard?
My family.
What is your proudest accomplishment?
My children.
What really makes you angry?
Ha. Pag late.
Pag late. What is your biggest fear?
Me. Rapid, dapat mabilis, ano? Wala yata akong kinakatakutan, no? Siguro, losing the people that I love.
Losing the people that you love. What did you want to be when you were small?
Wanted to be the president of the Philippines.
And lastly, what is your personal goal?
Ako, just to provide for my family, spiritually, physically, and of course, financially.
Thank you, Kiko. Yan, balik tayo dun sa picture, and you talk about family right now and being a provider to them. Talk to me about this picture. Every time you see this picture, what comes to mind for
Yeah,
Kiko?
naalala ko lalo na hindi ko talaga kamukha yung mga anak ko. The young lady, she's 16 now, my eldest, Amara, and Paco is my son. He's now 13. Actually, when I see pictures like this, I miss them being very young. Yung ganyang age na yan. I think that was the 90th birthday of their lola.
Yeah.
That would probably be 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So, yan, I miss them. I miss them being like that. Ngayon, hindi na. Naglalak na ng kwarto eh.
Nagkukulong na yung mga sarili ng mundo, no?
Pero meron pa naman kaming bunso na isa. So, okay lang.
What was the relationship like, specifically for the two? Ano yung relationship mo with them today?
Ako kasi hands-on ako na dad. I love them very much. They know that, but sometimes I tend to be very strict. Siguro because I set my expectations too high, and minsan yun yung cause kaya napapagalitan ko sila instead of just correcting them properly. I get too emotional and yun. But overall, okay naman. At least if you ask me, maybe you should ask them. Pero I'm sure okay naman din dahil happy naman kami pag magkakasama kami ng mga anak ko.
Kiko, yung having these expectations of your children, where did you learn that from?
Dad ko ganun mom ko ganun. Although they were not the type na didiktahan kami kung ano yung gusto nila na maging ako. My dad never really encouraged me to be a lawyer. So parang they just let us be. So yun I learned that from my parents, and we just guide them. Amara wants to be a journalist. Okay. Si Paco wants to be a lawyer. So sabi ko, we'll see. Dasalan nyo kung doon kayo papunta talaga. Diba? You don't know what's gonna happen next, so you just have to be prepared.
A while ago, Kiko, you talk about being guiding your children spiritually, and a while ago you said about dasal. How do you utilize this? How do you use this in your day-to-day? Every day you wake up in the morning and you end your day. Yung pagiging spiritual guidance of the children, even the family. how do you implement that on a day-to-day perspective, and how is that influencing your relationship with them, and also, with God?
But even before the pandemic, lagi kami yan. Every time, when you wake up, you pray. Before you go to sleep, you pray. But things changed, no? When pandemic came, we were able to pray together as a family
Mm.
at night, almost every night yan ito, 2 years na. um, Going to mass is a given. Whether you like it or not, you go to mass. Hindi pwedeng hindi.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. So, it was a challenge nung pandemic dahil we had to do it online. Pero we realized na parang okay lang na hindi ka nakapunta simbahan, pero magkakatabi kami na magdadasal. So okay eh. And it's the same practice that I've had growing up with my parents. And I'm just hopeful that my
Mm.
kids would be the same. Kasi ang prayer coach, hindi naman yan yung puro hingi ka lang eh, di ba? May thank you yan. Sometimes yung ina-assess mo rin yung sarili mo.
Yeah.
Are you doing the right things? Is this correct? It's one way of, kumbaga, whether you're a Catholic or a born again Christian or a Buddhist, parang it's a form of meditation. So
Mm.
that's how I look at it. Morning prayer is a form of meditation. Nagkataon
Mm.
lang, nakatoliko kami. Kaya we do the
Yeah.
sign of the cross and we have the normal prayers. But, it's something like meditation, looking inside yourself.
Mm. How important it is for you as a father, and as a husband, to care for the spiritual health of the family.
Important dahil parang exercise yan. Parang physical health mo yan eh.
Mm.
For me, yun nga, no, the way I see prayer helps your mental health.
Mm.
Kasi hindi naman lahat may access sa magagaling na life coach katulad mo. Minsan yung mga teachers sa school, very very technical, very academic.
Mm.
So parang yung prayer is there to help you mentally, and sometimes we talk together. We talk
Yeah.
about the concerns, worries, and it usually starts with yung pag nagdadasal, parang
Mm.
sa eskwela mo, doing things right, yan. So, yun naman. Dun naman yun. I think it's connected to the mental aspect of growing up.
Yeah. Thank you, Kiko. I'm gonna step back a little bit, and tingnan natin yung lahat tayo. We have this aspiration, we have this desire specific to the work that they have. And I'm gonna keep the picture in there, Kiko, no? The work that you're doing, you're currently a lawyer and you're a
Yes.
partner. How is the work that you're doing? And I would think that the amount of time, I have a brother and a father who's a
Oh
lawyer. I
yeah,
understand
oo.
the requirements of the job, and also the relationship that you need to build. How is the work that you're doing right now affecting the way that you're building relationship with your children?
I think time is the number one challenge that you have to deal with. Uh, Ngayong pandemic, maluwag ang oras, but
Mm.
things are going back to normal. So, going to work early and going home later than usual takes up a lot of time away from your kids.
Yeah.
So you're only practically left with morning and evening when you get home. Minsan pagod ka na, and the
Mm.
weekends. So ako, kaya yun, di ba I told you earlier, nag-enjoy ako magluto. Ako naghahanda ng breakfast ng mga anak ko.
Wow.
Since gustong gusto ko yan. Kasi it's something that I get to do for them. Kahit
Mm-mm.
na mapungay pa mata niyan sa mga umaga, uh, it's something that nagawa ko for them to start the
Mm.
day. So,
Yeah.
yun eh, yung challenge ng time. Kasi minsan 8, 9, 10 hours ka sa opisina. So, 14 hours na lang yung natitira. Matutulog ka pa ng 6 hours. Di ba? So, yun. It's making the most out of what's left. And now
Yeah.
with phone, unfortunately, nauto nila ako to give them their own phones. Pero it works kasi I get to say hi to them any time of
Yeah.
the day. Even my youngest, who's 7, she uses her iPad. Meron na palang parental guided Facebook Messenger for Kids. So minsan tatawag yan, nag-opisina ka, paano ka naman magagalit? Anak mo yung tumatawag sa'yo. So, yun, at least we communicate, has helped us communicate with each other any time of the day.
Mm. Kiko, how was this new generation? Kasi iba yung generation ngayon, no? Compared sa generation natin, generation ng parents natin. How are you adapting to the generation, the new generation right now? And how is that currently changing the way? Kasi yung mahirap, one of the biggest challenge of people is their ability to change, di ba? Most of the time, the change only
Oo.
happens pag ganitong pandemic, you need to be able to change. But there are some things in our life that's very challenging if we trigger it on our own. How has that influenced and affected you to make a decision intentionally na kailangan kong baguhin to because it's not currently supporting my goals for my children or my
Yeah.
family?
Well, yun nga, ako old school ako eh. Kung pwede ko lang hindi bigyan ng telepono yung mga yan, hindi ko bibigyan ng telepono yan. So, yun, you realize that, ganun eh. They spend too much time sa TV, pero kasi they have access to it. Is there
Yeah.
something wrong with it? Maybe yes, maybe no, pero you have to adjust.
Yep.
TV, social media, TikTok, you just have to make sure or at least pray that you will always be there to guide them. Di ba?
Yeah.
YouTube, magti-TikTok yan. Okay, ano ba pinapanood mo? So hindi mo
Mm.
rin pwedeng pabayaan lang ng basta-basta. And balance physical activities.
Hindi mo
Si
agad
Paco,
mag-guide, no?
si Paco, pinag-golf ko na yan. So, mahirap mag-adjust. Tapos ngayon,
Mm.
16 na yung panganay ko. Di ba? Ngayon, pag may mga crush na yan, ako po,
I can relate. I
hindi
have
ko
a
tanggap.
20-year-old now.
Hindi ko tanggap.
Yun mga kailangan bantayan, no? I remember my brother telling me pag mga ganyan, babantayan ng maayos. Thank you, Kiko. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead, Coach.
I'm gonna share to you in the next picture and talk to me about this. You've been sharing a lot of the stories of your experiences and what have you. Paint to me a picture of this, the picture that you're seeing right now.
It's my dad and my mom. Yan. Mga ano ko yan. Yan ang mga guide ko growing up. Especially my mom, ano yan, hands-on yan. Talagang alagang-alaga kami niyan. Pagkain, damit,
Pag pumupunta kami doon,
eskwela.
busog na busog.
Oo, ganun. Ang mama hasn't changed. Ang papa was more of a disciplinarian, pero
Yeah.
masaya kasama yan.
Mm.
Turuan ako niya mag-golf. Pa yan, Rotary. He was the one who brought me to Rotary and I'm very thankful na nag-Rotary ako. Law school, binantayan ako mabuti ng papa. All-out support. Mas isipin mo, naglo-law school ako nun. Allowance ko para ako may sweldo. Para lang kasi natuwa siya eh. Like, remember I told you, he never really pushed me to go to law school. But when I was there, natuwa siya. Ayoko nga, dapat hindi ako Ateneo eh. Dapat UST or Arellano dahil may night classes. Kasi ang plan ko noon was to work and study at the same time. Katulad niya. Sa tuwa niya, nung pumasa ako ng Ateneo, sabi niya, huwag ka na magtrabaho. Galingan mo na lang dyan. Ako magbabayad ng tuition mo. May baong ka pa. Pakotse pa. O, di ba?
Buo.
Buo. So yun, I'm very thankful na very supportive ang parents ko sa akin. Sa ano yan, Coach? Yung bahay, sa silang yan, yung pinupuntahan natin.
Yun, nakita ko nga yung image. Sabi ko, ito, sa silang to. This is something that we go to. Kiko, for your father and your mom, what's one thing that you continue to carry yung pangaral nila? Growing up, pinangaralan tayo ng parents natin. It may be intentional, it may be unintentional. Ano yung isang naaalala mo na pag nakita mo yung picture ng nanay mo, ng tatay mo, you are reminded of this journey?
Very generous ang mama at papa ko. Hindi ko nga alam bakit, hindi naman kami mayaman. Pero mahilig sila mamigay. So parang, without them really telling us, na-instill yon sa akin. And I think also to my sisters. No? Na parang, kung hindi mo naman ikawawala or kahit konting tiis lang, kung pwede mong bigay, magbigay ka. So sila ganun. Mama at papa ko ganun. Especially during my dad's, my dad passed away 3 years ago. So, nung medyo nag-retire na siya, mas naging siya, matulungin. So I'm
Mm.
hoping na sa at least man mapantayan ko sila.
Yeah. And thank you for the vulnerability, Kiko, no. Yun nga, so yung father ni Kiko has passed away already. Kiko, if you're given an opportunity to, if you could talk to your dad right now, what do you want to say to him? Like with all of the learnings, all of the experience that you have, all of the wisdoms, ano yung gusto mo sabihin sa kanya?
Well, he knows naman that I'm very thankful. Siguro ako, kunyari, let's say I get to see him or talk to him now, which I do naman when we pray is, tignan mo yung mga apo mo. Matutuwa ka. Especially my son. Uh, di ba? Parang, siguro sabi mo, oh, may bahay ako. Pero it's more of,
Yeah.
see how I'm raising my kids.
Yeah.
Na, I'm not saying I'm a perfect dad, but look at them. I
Yeah.
think I'm doing a good job, and that's also because of you. So,
Yeah.
alam ko matutuwa siya ng ganun. Mama ko masaya eh. Oh, all the more si Papa pag nakita niya yan.
Yeah, thank you, Kiko. For those of you who's watching, and I'm just gonna allow Kiko to breathe a little. No, for those of you who's watching, my show is called Integrate, because at times we tend to lose sight that the work that we do in the life that we have, everything is interconnected. Lahat yan, magkako-connect dapat yan. Wala yung, dapat yung work mo separate, life mo is separate. And the stories that Kiko has shared to you is a true, picture of what real life is all about, and where, sabi nga ni Kiko kanina, most of the time, yung challenge natin doon, yung time with our family, because it's being eating with the work that we have, because we have this heart, we have this passion. And for men out there, if you're able to connect with me, na gusto nating maging mas maganda yung buhay ng mga anak natin compared sa
Yeah.
atin, di ba? I saw this picture in Facebook where Spider-Man, there's a image of Spider-Man covering yung parang bus, tapos yung bata nasa harap, and what Spider-Man is doing doon sa notes na, you know everything that I've experienced before stops with me, because I want to create a better future for my children, and whatever I experienced before is something that I would not do. Kiko, if you think about integration, and and your understanding of the word in the show that we have right now, what does integrate mean to you?
Hmm. Uh, I think, parang integrate for me is you try to make do with the things that you have in life. You put them together, you accept what you can, you discard what you're not supposed to be using. But as a whole, you put them together and make the most out of it.
Yeah.
Example na lang, yung relationship with the children. It's not easy kasi lagi mong sasabihin, oh, nung bata kami, hindi naman ganyan. Nung bata kami, wala namang cellphone. Nung bata kami, wala namang YouTube. So parang, meron na ngayon eh. Di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi mo naman pwedeng isumbat yun forever.
True.
So it's more of trying to adjust,
Yeah.
yung integrate what's happening now and learn together with the children instead of using it as a tool to get mad at them. Adjust ka.
Yeah.
Integrate mo na rin sa buhay mo. Hindi matuto rin ako mag-YouTube, matuto rin ako mag-Instagram, matuto rin ako mag-Facebook para at least alam ko yung ginagawa nila, di ba?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's just one aspect. There's also, how they deal with friends now. Ano ba yung uso ngayon? So it's for me and my wife to learn para mas ma-appreciate namin yung mga anak namin. And that's how I see integration.
beautiful. Kiko, I'm gonna show you one last image, and when we're sharing this image, final words, three tips to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. Three tips to all of the audience in there to live a meaningful and fulfilled life.
3 tips that, I try to live by but not necessarily do. There is no such thing as being too generous. For me, that's one. Two is just keep on smiling. Even if things do not go your way, smile.
Yeah.
And lastly, pray.
Yeah.
Pray, pray, pray. Can never go wrong with that. Whatever form. Kung sino man yung, whatever religion, prayer is very important.
Yeah, I agree. And one of the coaching thought that I've shared before we started is yung galing kay Dalai Lama, that a simple smile that's the start of opening your heart and being
Yeah,
compassionate at others. Kasi simple lang, no?
simple
Simple
lang.
smile, no, goes a long way. And for those of you who's watching, go ahead, Kiko.
I'll share lang, very
Mm.
quick. Papa noon ayaw na nakasimangot. Lagi kami siseo, smile ka. So parang kahit na pagod ka, smile ka. So kami magkakapatid, lumaki, smile lang kami ng smile kahit anong yun. So it's important, I guess, naalala ko nung sinabi mo yung kay Dalai Lama na yan.
Yeah, and smiling is the most simplest way because it compounds it, di ba? When you smile, others smiles too. When you frown, others frown too. And I think for us, especially for us leaders, Kiko, we're leading teams, we're leading an organization, and we're leading other people, and most especially we're leading families. These are the things that a lot of us, especially for the men out there, I'm knocking on your hearts, your minds. I hope you're able to get some wisdom and some nuggets from Kiko sharing that at the end of the day, it really starts with us as man. We are the leaders of our family. And, if we want to change the society, I believe that it starts with the family, Kiko. No? Yun talaga yung kailangan natin gawin. And, Kiko has shared some yung management of emotion. That is something that we have hope that we're able to inspire you today and give you
Thank you,
hope for a
coach.
better future. And I'm
I'm
super
not,
appreciate.
coach, I'm not perfect. I'm working on it. May mga topak
Yeah.
din ako, ha? I'm telling you. Kulang yung 1 hour pagka shinare ko yun.
May part 2 tayo, Kiko. Yeah, we're gonna have some part 2 in the future. But I'm super, super grateful for the time and being vulnerable to the space. You have blessed the space. You have blessed the people. And for those of you, yung mga lalaki naman, Kiko, hindi naman nag-share talaga yan eh. Kumbaga,
Oo, ang
kailangan pang
hirap.
namnamin. O, namnamin yung mga sinabi mo at shinare
Dapat
mo.
pinainom mo ako bago ako nag-share.
Wag nating gawin yun. That is something that we will do in the future. I'm super grateful. Thank you very much for the time, Kiko. A lot of people has been blessed in this space, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you,
Thank
coach.
you, thank you very much. Thank you for all of those who have supported Integrate. Maraming maraming salamat. And whether you are joining me live or watching in the future on the replay, please do leave your comments in there. Circulate this link and video. Don't keep us a secret. Bless these people out there. Tag them. Super, super appreciate that on what you do, on what you've shared. I am thankful. Congratulations, everyone, for giving some time for you. Kasi these are the stories that matters and these are the stories that we want to connect with you. Maraming salamat. Kiko, thank you very much for joining. I invite you all
Thank
to
you.
watch. Thank you, Kiko. I invite you to watch the other shows hosted here at Think Talk Broadcast. Please follow, subscribe, and engage in our social media account at Think Talk _TV. We have that on Twitter and Instagram as well, and Think Talk Broadcast on YouTube. And give us your review. Give us some insight, give us some feedback, give us your experience, give us how you feel. This is something that's going to be powerful for us because it's going to help us connect with more people in the digital space. And for partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. Thank you very much. We'll see you again in the next episode of Integrate on April 23rd. We're just going to take 1 week break because of the Holy Week. We're continuously going to provide you with a handful of content that will inspire your heart and change your mind and connect with your soul. That's going to be again on next Saturday, April 23rd at 10:30 p.m. live here at Think Talk Broadcast. Coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us from Life Coach Philippines. Kiko, may tuturo ako sa iyo. Ito yung ginagawa namin pag nagde-live sa digital screen. I think you've experienced this, yung love, bam, boom. Naalala mo to? Love, bam, boom. Love, bam,
Hindi
boom.
heart
Ayan.
shape.
Heart shape, tapos dikit sa heart, tapos boom. Ayan. Ayan. Sige, 3 times, Kiko, love, bam, boom tayo. 1, 2, 3. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is us in the Philippines, advancing life coaching worldwide. We'll see you again the week after next. Bye-bye.